Hey, what's up everyone? Today we're checking out the new Boss DM-101 delay machine pedal. It's a genuine analog delay, a brand new one from Boss, and it's got a whopping 8 Bucket Brigade chips inside it. So with all this power, Boss have really been able to push what's possible with an analog delay. You've got all these different modes on the top here, which we're going to dig into very shortly. It's also got presets, it's got MIDI sync, it's got a bunch of other tricks up its sleeve. But yeah, Boss sent this sample unit over and strongly recommended that we plug some synths into it. And I'm glad that I did because it sounds absolutely beautiful. So let's get into it. Let's hear some sounds. I brought in a bunch of toys. I've got a motor synth, I've got an SH-4D, I've got my Maschine, I've got a little Yamaha mixer here, and the pedal itself is hooked up on an effects send and brought back into the mixer. So let's get to it. All right, let's try this dual mod mode with a bit of a dub techno jam. So dry, that's what we're working with. Bringing the delay in. Cranking that feedback up. Bring the beat in. Panning mode. Ooh, big stereo movement there. Sounds there. All right, let's have a go on the pattern mode because that's something quite unique to this pedal, I think. So I'm just sending it this little keys line. Got a little lo-fi beat here as well. Bring in the delay. Cool. Try some of the other patterns. Yeah, nice. Now, one huge caveat that we definitely have to talk about is that this pedal is actually designed for guitar primarily. If you have a look at the back, we've got a mono input and stereo outputs, but this input is very, very sensitive. If you plug a synth or a Groovebox or whatever straight into it, it's just going to distort, unfortunately, with any kind of reasonable volume anyway. Fortunately, it actually has an output mode where you can set it to only output the effect, like no dry signal will come through, which means it's ideal for use in an effects loop, which is how I've got it set up today on this mixer. It's sitting on an aux channel coming out of this blue lead here, and then taking the output back into there, coming through on this channel here. And if you have a look, you can see the signal that I'm sending out of this synth track into this blue lead is very low, because we still need to be mindful of how hot that signal is. We don't want to distort the pedal. So yeah, for this setup, it's been working beautifully. I wouldn't have done this video otherwise, you know. But if you are looking for a pedal that you can plug straight into, maybe you're a keyboard synthesist and you want to have a delay pedal that you can plug into, unfortunately, this isn't the one for that scenario. You've really got to do the effects loop thing. All right, I've got this little ambient pattern on the 4D that I'm going to try now. I'm going to try it in the classic mode because that has the longest delay, coming in at 1.2 seconds. So maybe we'll get a little bit of that kind of Frippatronics thing happening. So that's our dry track. Let's start sending it to the delay. So just teetering on the edge of feedback. And you want it to kind of build up those layers. Really hear the character of the Bucket Brigade chips in these longer delays. Oop, too much. Beautiful kind of degraded character coming through there. Really fluffy. So that's that highly modulated sound. It really sounds like a very worn out cassette. A bit more subtle. Now, I don't think I can knowingly do this video and not do some classic synth arps through an analog delay. I think it just has to be done. So for this one, I've chosen the vintage mode, and this is based on the Boss DM-1 pedal. So it's got a really vintage character. So let's give it a whirl. So So this is dry. And the effect in. And by the way, that noise is just from the Juno chorus simulation on the SH-4D. It's not from the pedal. Just for fun, let's flip it around to dual mod, go stereo. All right, we're gonna have to leave it there today, guys. We are out of time. Thanks very much for tuning in. It's been a wonderful day, I have to say. I absolutely love this thing, the DM-101 delay machine. What a thing of beauty, those disintegrating, lo-fi, crusty delay trails. That's so up my alley. All these different modes, which I didn't even get through all today, so plenty to explore on this thing. And I'm kind of obsessed with it. Hopefully I can borrow it for a bit longer and record some tracks with it. And hopefully you've enjoyed the sounds as well. So on that note, my name is Mike. This is Store DJ's YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. Ordering info will be in the description, and I'll catch you next time.